commercial and stuff?
No, you can't.
Huh?
You can't.
Why?
Cause you can't. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. What's going on? Hey Andrea.
Why you ain't live over here on my
Hey
side?
Hattie.
Are
Hey
you
Hattie
serious?
Brown. Hey Grateful Heart. Hey Grateful Heart. Hattie. Andrea.
Ow, ow.
Who else is in here right now? Hey. I'm sorry, y'all. I was late. I'm sorry. I was good and late tonight. I know.
Joseph, I'm gonna go out and come back in because I'm not live. You're not showing up as live.
Okay.
Hold on.
Go out and come back in. Y'all, I'm sorry I was late. I'm so sorry I was late. But they finally brought my washing machine. So I was taking my stuff out of the washing machine and putting more stuff in. And in the process, I lost track of time. But hey, William. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm normally late, but I ain't that late. Hey, BL.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, BL.
Hey,
Y'all
Hattie
know I'm late, but I
Brown.
ain't normally this late. I apologize, y'all.
Hey,
But
Grateful Heart. Hey, Andrea.
when you ain't
Uh,
had a washing machine in a month and you got a bunch of clothes to wash, yeah.
ooh.
Because I started washing clothes from this afternoon when they brought it. What time did they bring it to me? Like 5 o'clock?
Uh huh.
They brought it at like 5 o'clock. So I've been washing clothes since 5 o'clock. This is my last set of clothes I just put in there right now.
I'm
So,
really, I'm really, really proud of you. Ow. Oh man. Oh man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Um, y'all. I'm just having some issues with pain right now. Um, but I'm proud of you, Joseph, that you got so much done.
hey, Grateful Heart. You proud of me, Tramel?
Yeah, I'm very proud that you have motivated yourself to push yourself. That's this is something that I've been praying about for you and wanting for you for so long.
Hey,
And
Monte.
it wasn't that I thought that you were lazy or anything like that. I wanted you to experience it for yourself so that you can know what it feels like.
Hey,
That's why
Margie.
today, do you feel good about do you feel good about all the things you accomplished today? You like, yeah.
I
And
feel amazing because it was stuff that I was looking at since I came home from the hospital. And you even said to me, babe, you clean the kitchen. And I really couldn't do it. But then when I
Mhm.
asked what my blood level was yesterday, and they told me, and I realized when I was coming to see you, I wasn't tired and I could walk and I wasn't out of breath. I said, wait a minute. Maybe I am. Hey, Monique. I was like, maybe, maybe I need to push myself. So today, when I, ordered well, I knew there was no way I was going to the store and carrying bags up the stairs. I knew that wasn't going to happen, honey. I wasn't even going to try to pretend like that was going to happen because that wasn't going to happen. So
Right.
when I ordered it and it came and I drug him in the house, I was like, oh. But then I realized I didn't take my medicine. And that's why I was lightheaded. So once I took the medicine and I started putting stuff away, I said, well, let me clean up the kitchen in the process. So I started cleaning up the kitchen. I started putting stuff away. And then I texted them about the washer and dryer. And he was like, they coming tomorrow or Thursday. And then he was like, no, bump that. They coming today. I was like, all right, I'll be home. So when they came, I was like, well, shit, we got all these clothes to wash. I'm not gonna leave them here till you come home to wash them. So I started washing the clothes, and I just did a lot. And by the time I cooked for myself, I said, you know what?
Well, well, um, and see, that's what I was trying to explain to you. You know, it's not about what you do; it's just getting up and at least trying one thing. Just if you get up and try, just try. That's all. Just get up and try, even if you don't accomplish it. Just getting up and just trying to do something, it'll make you feel good about yourself. That's what I was trying to explain to you. I wasn't, I didn't want you to think that I was trying to push you, to do something that you couldn't do or that you weren't capable of doing. I just wanted you to make the effort to get up and try to see if you could. And you got up and you tried to see, you tried to do it to see if you could, and look at everything you accomplished today.
Child, let me tell you something. Cause I ordered the food, and I was like,
Oh.
please, Lord, let them be able to bring it today. But I did it at like 5, 6 o'clock this morning, so I figured they would be able to bring it today. Cause I'm like, I'm hungry. I said, but I know me, I'm not going to the store. I was like, I'll just eat the other half of my tuna sandwich from yesterday. And then if they can bring it tomorrow, then they'll bring it tomorrow, whatever the case may be.
Mm.
So when I saw that they could do it today, I laid back down because it was like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning when I ordered all the food. And when I laid back down, my phone started going off left and right. At first, I thought it was you. But then when it wasn't ringing, it was text messages. I said, I bet you this is that food. They telling me it's at the door. And it was right. It was telling me the food was at the door. First it was saying they were leaving, and then it was at the door. And I was like, oh, I don't want to get up. I was like, look at my lazy ass. I don't want to get up to go get it. Now I don't want to drag it in the motherfucking house. So I got up and I dragged it in the house. But what I realized is that I have to take my medicine because when my blood pressure drops low like that and my heart is racing, and my blood pressure 96 over 60, and my heart is racing at 135 minutes, that's why I felt faint because, of all of that. And that's what I did this morning. So I came back in after I dragged everything in the house. I was like, this food will be good until I get back up. So I laid back down and then I was like, all right, let me get up and put this food away.
Hmm.
And I started doing everything and I was so proud of myself. I was like, I've been saying I was going to do this for the longest and I'm doing it. And it just felt good to accomplish something and not just
Hmm.
look at it and be wanting to do it
Hmm.
and can't do it or feel like you're too exhausted to do it,
Yeah.
but to actually get up and do it and make it happen. Because I said, you know what? I got to do this at my own pace. If it takes me 2 to 3 hours, it'll take me 2 to 3 hours. But I got to do this at my own pace.
Yeah.
And I did it at my own pace, and I got everything done I wanted to get done. And then by the time I started cooking myself dinner, I was like, okay, bitch, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
Because I started really feeling it. And I was like, okay, bitch, you're doing too much. This is the most you've done in about probably a week and a half. So slow your ass down. Because I wasn't even going to do what I just did, which made me late for the live. Because I was like, well, I'll just leave the stuff in the dryer. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'll put it in a bag and put it in the room. And then when I come home from dialysis tomorrow, I'll fold it up, put it away. But I said, you know what? I'm not doing that. So I got up, I went in the kitchen, I put it in a garbage bag, dragged it in the room, sat in the front of the closet and said, okay, I ain't folding it tonight. I'll fold it tomorrow and put it in the closet. And then I just put the other stuff that was in the wash machine in the dryer. And then the last load of clothes I put in the wash machine. I said, those will get done in the morning when they finish.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. It's all about working
Hey,
at your
Jericho.
own. It's all about working at your own pace. You know,
Right.
it's about pacing yourself. It's about pushing yourself as far as you can push yourself. It's about working at your own pace. You don't have to impress nobody. You don't have to rush, and all that stuff. It's about working at your own pace. And that's what I was trying to explain to you.
And plus,
Is that
you know how much clothes we had.
yeah,
Cause it's been what, a month, and I'm like,
hmm
what? I can't leave these clothes here for Tramel. I
yeah.
was like, that's like fucked up. Like he in the hospital, I'm home, and what I'm gonna do is just leave the clothes here for him to wash when he come home. I
Well,
was
you
like,
know, I was trying
nah,
to clean up
bitch.
before I was trying to clean up before I left to go to the hospital. Remember?
I know. I was like, are you crazy? You talk about shit I clean up. I said, you can't even breathe, and you want to clean up. I said, sit your ass down. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Olivia. I was like, sit your ass down. Because I had every intent. Like today, I said, like in my mind, I was like cleaning up everything in my mind. But today I said, you know what? One room at a time. I said, I'm going to do the
Mm-hmm.
kitchen first. I said, tomorrow I'll do the
Mm-hmm.
dining room and the living room. I was like, and then if Tramel comes home, I said, then I'll do the bedroom and the hallway. You know, the living room is the hallway. But I'm like, I'll
Mm-hmm.
do the bedroom on Friday or whatever. Well, you know, I ain't doing nothing on dialysis day, but I was like, I'll do stuff as I can do it because I'll just, in my head, I wanted to do everything today. And I'm like, that ain't going to happen. Let's
Okay.
not go overboard. Let's not go overboard.
Do you go to dialysis tomorrow?
Yes.
You have to. Okay, good, good, good. Okay.
That's why I told you to give me till tomorrow so I could talk to Marlene.
Right, right, right. Because um, people. First of all, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pillow Talk, and thank you again, once again, everybody, for all of your
Well, I didn't
prayers and
title this pillow talk.
your well wishes, and all of your words of encouragement and things. But Joseph, today has been a very trying day for me.
I
You know,
know.
I got up this morning and um, I was just I just was motivated to come home. I just had it set in my mind that I wanted to come home. I just didn't need to be here anymore. I'm like saying to myself, "What's the sin? What am I here for?" But then I said, "Well, I've only had one dialysis treatment since I've been in the hospital, so Tramel, you got to give this process a little bit more time." So I got up this morning and I said I'm gonna wait to see who I hear from first. And the first person that I did hear from was the medical doctor, whom told me that the vascular surgeon was going to come in and they were going to do a sonogram on my fistula to make sure that everything was okay with it and it was okay for them to do dialysis because of course earlier this week my fistula, which is the excuse me, which is um the area where I get my dialysis administered, it infiltrated. um well the they came in, they did the ultrasound, and I'm like, okay, and she took the results back the to the actual neurosurgeon. I mean, not neurosurgeon, um, yeah, surgeon. And she said, "Well, Mr. McRae, everything looks okay for you to do your dialysis." So I'm saying, great, perfect. And see, my thing is, I don't know, Joseph. Sometimes I can be very impatient when it comes to certain things. I feel like if there's a job to be done, then do it.
Right. Hey, Uncle.
So, she told me she was going to go back. She was going to tell the kidney doctor that everything was okay, give him the green light, and then I would have to have my dialysis administered today. Great. It took them all day. It took them all day to do all that.
It took you to threaten to leave.
Yeah, and I said to the caseworker, social worker called me, and she goes, "Well, Mr. McRae, I said to her, I said, listen, I said, I'm ready. I want to go home. What do I need to do? What are you giving me? What prospects are you giving me on going home? Well, Mr. McRae, we have to do this and we have to do that. We have to do this. We have to do this red tape, that red tape. I'm like, I'm not trying to hear all of that. By the in the meantime, while y'all sitting in y'all offices
Hey,
having
Chris.
lunch and doing all y'all want to do, I'm sitting here in this hospital bed stuck. What's the damn problem? Now, y'all got one choice. Y'all either gonna sign me out, y'all either gonna release me, or I'm going to sign myself out. Right, Joseph? I got frustrated. I said, Joseph, I said, I'm not doing this with these people. And I'm not. I'm not in jail. They're not going to lock me up if I leave here or something. They're not going to put an APB out on me or nothing like that. I said, Joseph, I'm giving them until such and such time to fix whatever they need to fix. And if they don't, I'm calling you and telling you to come pick me up. Period. Point blank. I had to literally call the head nurse and ask her, excuse me, ma'am, what do I have to do if I want to sign myself out of this hospital? And she told me, she said, all you got to do is just tell the nurse and they'll sign you out. I said, okay. She got so nervous. They made, after that, Joseph, they made sure that everybody
Everything was
called me
done.
and everything was done. I think probably I'll probably be out of here tomorrow. By the time you get out of dialysis, you'll be coming to pick me up
Right.
on your way home.
Which
I
is
ain't no
fine. The
child.
hospital around the corner. So,
Mm-hmm.
good night, Grateful Heart.
I ain't got no time to be playing with these people. I ain't
Happy
got time for
holidays to
games.
you, too. Sherika, trust me, honey. I got my fresh air yesterday in that monsoon that we had because it was, oh my God, it was bad yesterday, pouring down rain. But I had to go to the hospital because, like, they be trying to play in my face when it come to Tremel. And I'm like, they could tell. They could blow smoke up his ass, but they can't blow it up mine because I've been doing this for 7 years. So
Hey,
I know what
Leon.
needs to be done. So, I know what needs to be done. I know how it should be done. So, I told them, I said, if you put a port in my husband's chest, I'm going to sue you. I said, because he had this done in June so that he wouldn't have a port put in his chest. And y'all stuck needles in his arm big enough for me. I said, I've been doing dialysis for 7 years. His arm is virgin. You can't put them big ass needles in his arm like that. Anybody with common sense knows that. You dumb bitches stuck these big ass needles in his arm and blew his fucking veins out. Like, who does that? So I'm sure he had to procrastinate and wait because of what I told him I was going to sue him if they put that port in his chest. But I was because the whole purpose of getting his arm, hey Bianca, the whole purpose of him getting his arm done in June was so that he wouldn't have to be like me and put that port in his damn chest for 3 to 4 months. So, or in his thigh or wherever they was gonna put it, because I know they would have started. Oh, we're putting the port in your chest, and the next thing he would have woke up and it would have been in his fucking thigh, and then that would have been another issue I would have had to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-mm.
I was just like, I can't. I was like, they want to play in your face. They can play in your face, but they're not gonna play in my motherfucking face. So, I had to go up to the hospital 2 days in a row. So today I was like, I'm going to stay home. And then I was like, I'm hungry. And all I kept hearing Tremel was during the first live, he was like, y'all, I'm worried about my husband because he won't take care of himself. He won't take care of himself. He won't eat. He won't do this. And I had a sandwich from yesterday, half of it still. And I was like, when I woke up at like 5, 6 o'clock this morning, I said, let me try to order me some food from Walmart and see if they'll deliver it today. Because the only thing I had in here was peanut butter and jelly, bread, and a can of soup. And eating soup is defeating my process for dialysis because all the extra water that I'm drinking with the soup. So I said, well, let me try to order me some food. And when they said they could deliver it today, I was like, okay, perfect. So I ordered a house full of food. I dragged it in the house and I was like, all right, let me cook me something to eat. I said, because my husband said I ain't going to take care of myself. And I got to prove to him that I'm going to take care of myself. Because honestly, when Terrell, since he been gone, I had 2 pieces of chicken, 3 pieces of bread, and then I had a piece of chicken and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's all I ate since he been gone. And today I was like, no, I'm cooking me a meal. Hey, Monica. So I cooked me a meal. I posted it on the community wall so y'all can see what I cooked. And it actually turned out really good. I actually got the idea from a commercial, a television commercial. And it actually came out really good. So I was proud of myself. I didn't know what it was going to taste like, but it actually came out pretty good. So I still got more of that. I put it in the fridge so I could eat some more tomorrow. And, you know, I was proud because like y'all heard me say earlier, what did I cook? I put it on our community wall, but I made some penne pasta and I had some bow ties too. So I used some of the bow ties and I after it boiled and got, the way it was supposed to get, I put some cream of chicken soup in it and I put some pepper, some garlic, some minced garlic, and I put some diced up ham in it and some green beans, and I let it cook down a little bit. And the green beans was crunchy still because I don't like soggy vegetables. So the green beans was still a little crunchy with my little diced ham, and it actually was really good. I was hoping it wasn't going to be too salty, but I didn't put no extra salt because I said, okay, the soup is going to be salty as is. So I'm not going to put any extra salt until I taste it to make sure because I didn't want to mess it up. Hey, Trisha. I didn't want to mess it up with extra salt and what have you. So it was actually good because the salt from the soup was more than enough. So, huh? I guess. I guess. Whatever. Um, yeah, so that's what I cooked myself for dinner tonight. If you want to see a picture of it, it's on the community wall. I posted it so Tramel could see it so he could see. The first words out of his mouth was, my husband ain't gonna take care of himself while I'm in the hospital. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Joseph ain't gonna take care of himself. And today I was like, you know what? He right, I ain't taking care of myself. So I was like, let me take care of myself and eat because I just get to the point now. If I don't eat, I don't eat. And I gotta stop doing that. I really, really, really gotta stop doing that. Cause that ain't good.
Yeah.
But that's because of Tramel, because I follow his, hey Ashley, I follow his eating habits. Hey best friend, I follow his eating habits and Tramel will eat today and won't eat tomorrow, or eat today and eat a little spoonful tomorrow. So now he got me eating like that. So I be trying to not eat like that. Then I was mad because after I ate, I was like, oh, wait a minute. He brought these cookies. He brought these gingerbread cookies, these iced gingerbread cookies that was good. I call him when he finished with dialysis. I'm like, Tramel, where them cookies? Oh, they were me in the hospital. I said, oh, you took them cookies there. I said, I know you didn't take them good ass cookies with you to the hospital. Yes, I did. I've been eating on them ever since. I'm like, oh, I
I
want to kick
sure
your
did.
ass.
I sure did. I tried to give you some, and you acted like you didn't want none. So. I was
I
like,
was pissed. I was so mad. I was like, oh my God, them cookies were so good. And I wanted some tonight right after I finished eating too. I was so mad. I was so mad.
well, they got them at Walmart for $2.
I no, honey. I ordered me some iced oatmeal cookies
Oh,
that I'll be hiding. Hopefully they'll come before you get home.
uh, well, you know you can't hide nothing from me.
Oh, I'll find a way.
Okay, we'll see.
I will find a way. And Monte, I gave you your father number, the father new number, so you should be
Oh,
able to text him.
and the one thing that I want to get rid of so bad
Is this
is
damn call?
this cough. And I don't know what it is. My neuropathy tonight. Um, I have this one sharp pain in this one place on my leg, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if anybody out there that got neuropathy can explain it. But when you got neuropathy, it sometimes can focus on one focus point in your body and continue to push that one focus. Like there's this one spot on my leg that it keeps on hitting, and it's just it
Good
feels like
night,
somebody
Hattie.
just taking a knife and just stabbing me. You know.
I get that every now and then on my good
Well, I
side.
get it. I get it. It happens to me at least once a week. I'll get like, one of my nerve endings. It's like a nerve ending.
You're right.
It's a nerve ending, and what it'll do is the nerve ending will stop, and it'll hit this one particular spot on my leg, and it'll continue to do it over and over and over and over and over again. And you don't have no other choice but to deal with it. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. It's this one nerve ending in my leg, and it's just hitting the same nerve every. I'm timing it. It's doing it about every. It's doing it about every 4 seconds, and it hurts.
I
So,
can imagine.
ugh. So I'm about to take some Tylenol, some extra strength Tylenol.
Child, you got the Tylenol with you?
Uh huh.
Child, you just took everything with you.
Uh. I left you some there. You don't see them over there?
No, I honestly I haven't had a need for them. So
Look over there on my nightstand. I left you Tylenol there. I left you a whole bottle. I just took some out and put them in another bottle.
I haven't even. I honestly the only thing I took since you've been going was the Mucinex DM. I took maybe two of those for 2 days
And I'm
in a
saying to
row.
myself, oh my God, please let him have. I said, I hope he went and got some more of that because I know I'm going to need some of that when I come home.
I didn't take it all, so there's still more.
The Mucinex?
I only
Oh,
took four.
I'm
So
like, God, please, please. I said, please, I hope he went and got some more.
hey, Shorty's World. No, I didn't. I didn't even. Honestly, when you left, I really haven't taken medicine except
Mm.
for the Mucinex because that was the only thing because of the cough. But
Uh huh.
past that, I don't feel sick. That's the
I
thing.
think
I don't feel sick like you did. I just feel it's just the damn cough.
I think we're gonna end up having to get some of the Mucinex cough medicine. Well, see,
Shelton,
that's the
you have a good
difference.
night too.
That's the difference between me and you. See, my illness came not only from me having the COVID, but it also came from my dialysis. That's why I was so sick.
Right.
Remember? I was so sick because of those.
Because the
That was when,
RSV and the dialysis, mine was just the RSV, but I didn't get as sick from it. And plus I had a flu shot. So they said if you have the flu shot, you won't get as sick from it.
yeah, but I had one major underlining factor, and that was the dialysis that was really, really making me ill. You know,
Right,
so that's probably why you feel much better, is because you didn't have to weather through that. You had your dialysis.
right.
You know.
Only thing I was sleepy child.
Mm. Ah man. Oh God.
I was sleepy. I just wanted to go to sleep, honey.
Yeah, and that's what that RSV will do to you. It'll make you sleepy. It'll make you very,
Good
very
night,
sleepy.
Lillian.
It'll
Y'all
make
going to
you.
bed real early tonight. And normally y'all stay on till midnight.
Well, I think everybody's like, well, I'll be glad when Tramel and Joseph are back together again. So y'all, we're really doing everything on the skeleton crew. So
Oh, let me tell you something. 3 o'clock this morning, somebody made me so angry. I started to go live and I started to let loose, honey. I started to let loose this mouth. And I said, no, Lord, because I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube with the things I'm about to say. I said, let me just block this person because I don't understand. Every time you watch one of our videos, you have something negative to say. Every single time you watch a video, you leave a comment with something negative to say. My thing is, don't watch our videos, period. Last night, I just was done. Like, I was done. I was so done last night. At 3 o'clock this morning, I started to go live. And when I tell you I started to go in, baby, I started to go in for blood, honey. I started to go in for blood. And my spirit said, go back to sleep. By the time you wake up in the morning, you will not be angry as you are right now, and you'll pay it, and you won't even make a video. And that's what I did. But I wanted to go in because I was just like, you know what? I you know what kills me? Everybody got an opinion about what we should talk about and what we should do. But I don't see them sending me $200 and $500 in the cash app for me to talk about what they want me to talk about. If you want to run my channel like it's a television show, feel free. But you gonna send me $200 and $500 cash apps to talk about what it is you want me to talk about. You're not gonna just be mad because I'm talking about what I want to talk about, or I'm talking about my life, and you just don't like what my life is at the moment. Because one thing me and Tramel talk about, we talk about our lives as it unfolds. Our life ain't always fun and motherfucking rainbows and unicorns. It's not. It's not always fucking rainbows and unicorns. I would love for my life to be rainbows and unicorns all the time, but unfortunately, it's not. But if you don't like what we talk about, I'm telling you, you see my Cash App under my name, you see the channel's Cash App where Tramel is. Send us $200 to $500, and we'll talk about whatever the fuck it is that you want us to talk about every motherfucking day. Just send a $200 to $500 cash app, and we'll talk about whatever the fuck you want us to talk about. We don't have a problem with that. But if you ain't even sending me $5 fucking, then you can keep your motherfucking opinions to your motherfucking self. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I speak for my husband too. Because what you not gonna do, I ain't never seen this channel called Free for All. The channel is called TheMcRaeKingz. Period. End of story. We don't beg nobody to come. We don't beg. We love everybody that comes here every day. We appreciate everybody that comes here every day. We tell y'all all the time we love you. So we appreciate all of y'all. But the ones of you that come with the negativity all the motherfucking time, you kiss my motherfucking ass. Cause I ain't got no time for you. I don't. I don't. I really don't.
Well,
Thank you, T. Michelle. I don't.
what I always say, Joseph. I can only be me, and I am who I am. And I can only be me. That's it. Period.
No, I just don't like the negativity. It's like you
If
got a
you're
problem.
looking
Like
for
this
me to be
person
somebody else, if you're
had a
looking for me,
problem with everything we talked about. Whether we talked about Andrew, whether we talked about food, whether we talked anything we talked about, they had something negative to say. And I'm like, but I don't. The last time I checked, I ain't never got a cash app from you. I ain't never got a super chat from you. But you got something negative to say about everything we talk about. But so I just had to block them because I was letting him get away with it. And then I said, you know what, last night when I typed what I typed and I realized that YouTube was going to shut us down for what I typed, I said, you know what? Let me just block this person and move on because what I'm not going to do is put the same negativity out here that they're putting out on us. Because it's like they don't like nothing that we do. I don't care what we do, they don't like it. They got something negative to say about it.
uh
And my
huh,
thing is, if you want to tell us what to talk about, feel free. Like I said, my Cash App is right there. The Cash App for the channel is under Tramel's, under that picture. Send me $200 to $500, and I'll talk about whatever y'all want me to talk about. Just send the Cash App, send an email, tell me this is what I want y'all to talk about today, and I ain't got no problem with doing that. None whatsoever. But when you ain't even sending me two motherfucking dollars, you don't have an opinion, and you don't have an opinion. You don't have an opinion to give me. You either come and enjoy what we're giving you, or, it's like regular television. If you're not enjoying what you watch, and change the channel.
yeah.
Because, see, for a long time, I used to get mad at Tramel when Tramel was like, I don't care. I don't care, Joseph. I don't care. We not begging nobody to be here. I don't care. And I was like, Tramel, that's the wrong attitude to have. That's the wrong attitude to have. But then after last night, when I saw that this at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm furious with fire blazing out of my eyes because this person never has anything positive to say. I don't care what we talk about. They never have anything positive to say. And I
Hmm.
was just like, you know what? I was like, I understand what Tramel is talking about now.
Right. Well, let me say this. Don't get me wrong. I think we should. I think there are times where we should be accommodating to people. Like,
No, I
for
agree.
instance, I get a lot of people. I get a lot of subscribers that'll send me a message saying, "When are you guys gonna cook?" Or "When are you guys gonna
Right.
do this?" Or "When are you guys gonna do that?" A lot of people like to see us cook,
And
and
I'm okay with that.
I would really, I would. Matter of fact, I had this conversation with Leon last week, and I said, I would really love to do some things with cooking on our show. However, what a lot of people don't understand is what it takes in order to do that. It takes a lot in order to do that. First of all, if we're going to do a cooking segment, right, and we're both going to be in the frame, we have to get some type of equipment that would allow us to maneuver around the kitchen, and the camera move on its own. That equipment costs money, Or if I'm going to cook and do something and I'm going to be in the frame, Joseph has to hold the camera. Or if Joseph is going to cook, then I'm going to have to hold the camera. It's always
But
going
you
to
know
have to
what,
be
Tramel?
something, I don't
Leon,
mind. Listen, hear me out. I don't mind being accommodating to people whatsoever because there are a lot of people that like to come to your channel and they say, "Oh, you guys will look great doing this, or you look great doing that." I'm always
no,
open
but that's what I'm
to
saying. Leon is a
suggestions,
person that enjoys,
but
but Leon is a person that enjoys our content. Leon is
right,
somebody that
right,
enjoys our content. So if Leon comes to me and
right,
says, Joseph, you and Tramel should cook because you put a picture of this and it looks really good and I would like to, I don't have a problem with that. But
right,
when
right,
every video we make, you have something negative to say about it,
right.
it's like, okay, bitch.
Yeah. No,
Like,
no, no. What I'm saying is like when I had to when Leon and I were conversating about it, and I explained when I went into when I started explaining to him, the reason why we don't do a lot of cooking and so on and so forth, he was like, "Oh, okay, now I get it. Now I understand." Like I said, I don't mind being accommodating to anybody in any way whatsoever. Shit, if you want me to bungee jump off the top of a building, I'm more than happy to do that, within reason, but at the same time, it's some people that are in social media, they want to see what they want to see. And they feel like just because they watch you and they support you by watching you, that they control the narrative. And that's not true. It's not true at all. We do what we want to do. We don't do things just because a subscriber wants us to do them. Now, if a subscriber, we get enough, if we get a specific amount of subscribers that may request this or may request that. We may accommodate you. But at the
Right.
end of the day, we do what we want to do. This is our channel. If there is something here that you want to see us do, and we're not accommodating in that way for you, then by all means, you have every right to change the channel and go watch someone else, or you can start your own YouTube channel. Maybe it might inspire you to start your own channel.
Right,
That's
because
all I'm
everything
saying.
you out of your mouth is negative. Nothing we do did this person ever say I enjoyed it. Every video we made, they have something negative to say about it. Every single video we have ever made that they watch, but then that was the killer. They was watching all the videos, leaving negative comments, and I'm like, why are you watching the videos then?
Right.
Like if we so boring and we so
Oh.
stupid and we don't talk about nothing that you want to see and life is depressing you and all this other stuff, why are you watching our videos? Like you make it your business to watch all our videos and leave a negative comment on
Uh
every
huh.
video.
Uh
That's what
huh.
was making me mad.
Yeah.
That's what was making me
Yeah.
mad. It wasn't because I don't expect everybody to like everything we do all the time.
Yeah.
That's just not realistic.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
with
I'm
every
listening. It's a
single
lot of
video
people
we
that just
make,
ain't about it. It's a lot of people out there that just ain't about it. Like there, I'll give you an example. There's a person on YouTube, on Facebook, that I used to watch that does drag. I used to watch this person all the time. But every time they go and do a live chat, and I try to communicate with them, they never say anything back to me. So I got discouraged, and I said, you know what? From now on, I'm not watching this person anymore. If I say I'm not gonna watch you no more, I'm not gonna watch you no more. Period. I'm not gonna support
but I
you
bet
anymore.
you if you sent them, but I bet you if you sent them a cash app, they answered your ass.
No, well, I did. I was sending them cash apps, and they still were not responding to anything. Anytime I would type something in their conversation, they would never respond. So I said, you know what? I'm not. I'm gonna stop sending cash apps. I'm gonna stop responding. I'm just gonna not watch this person anymore because they're leaving a bad taste in my mouth. So the best thing for me to do is just to turn around and walk away, count my blessings, and cut my losses, and that's exactly what I did.
Right,
And I know, and I no longer watch that person anymore. I don't. I no longer is, and it doesn't take away from who they are. They're a very talented person. They're a very talented drag queen. But they just, for me, I took it as them being unprofessional by never responding to any of my texts, responding to any of my comments, or saying thank you for any of my cash apps I sent them. I just made a decision that I was not going to write to them anymore. I wasn't going to contribute to that anymore. I can take a hint. It's like I can take a hint. Okay, I won't watch you no more, and that's exactly what I do not do. I don't watch that
right.
person anymore. That's it.
It's just that simple. Because I had to
That's it.
block them because I was like, if I the comment that I left, honey, I know if YouTube saw it, they would have shut our channel right on down. And I was like, it ain't
Well,
worth getting
it
our
sounded like
channel
that
shut
person,
down.
whoever that person was, sound like a troll. Number one, they sound like a troll, and that's I don't know, I don't
Well,
understand.
they wasn't even. You know what? If they wasn't even a troll, because they would know what we was talking about in the video. That was the thing. They would literally sit there and watch the whole video, and then have something negative to say about all of them. Hey, J Boss.
Continuing to say things to try
I know that's
to get
right,
a
J
rise out of
Boss.
you, then that's a troll. And they what
No,
they
but what I'm saying is
and
most
they know
trolls
you.
coming
They
in.
know the person.
and they say something real quick and they be done with it or whatever because they want a response out of you. Who actually
Mm-hmm.
sits and watches your whole video after the fact and leaves you this whole comment? Or they never come in live because they already must know that my mouth is going to turn them completely out if
Yeah.
they come in here live and try it on my time. So they wait till after the video is played, and then that's when they want to leave their little comments and stuff. But last night I was like, you know what? Let me block them because I just can't. I can't. I can't. I'm not gonna get us. I'm not gonna get us. Oh my God.
Mm.
Oh, thank you so much.
What?
I, 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 I thank you.
Huh?
I you thank you,
Thank you. Who?
child. The cash app we just got. I'm just. All I can say is thank you. I'm gagging.
Mm. Well,
Um,
thank you to whoever that was.
thank
But you
you.
know, Joseph, you know what it is.
And let me say
People.
something. But before you even say that, let me say something about that. Let me tell y'all how God works. Let me tell y'all how God works. I have never seen this person in our chat until tonight. I told Trumel, I said, Trumel, I ordered a bunch of food from Walmart. I said, because we didn't have nothing in here to eat. I said, I don't care. I said, we're gonna be short till the month comes. Because y'all know we on disability or whatever. I said, you know we're gonna be short till the month comes or whatever. I said, but we'll make it. And you know his birthday is coming up. So he was like, well, am I gonna be able to still have people over? I said, yeah, Trumel. I said, it's nothing. I said, we got that whole turkey in there. I can make the turkey. I can make some rice and sausage, and we can still have people over, whatever. This person just sent a cash app that, honest to God, replaced the majority of the money I spent today on food. This person,
Praise
and
God.
this is the first time I saw them. And now they could be in the bush. They could be one of my bush babies. But this is the first time that I saw them type in the chat.
Praise
And
God.
I'm just sitting here like, look at God. And that's see, y'all think, child,
Praise God.
y'all gonna make me start singing my song in Ishala Kandala, honey, because I'm telling you, when I did what I did today, I was sitting here going, now you know damn well you shouldn't have ordered that much food. And I'm like, well, we gotta eat. Like, most of the time Chanel will tell you, I get a little bit of food and just to carry us through or whatever. Today I said, you know what? We need food. I'm sick of being in this house. I said, my husband said I wasn't gonna take care of my damn self while he was in the hospital. And I said, he's right. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm sitting here eating a damn peanut butter and jelly sandwich and one piece of fried chicken I had left from the night before, but I fried three. And this morning I got up and I just went crazy on the Walmart app. I was like, we need food. We just moved into this damn apartment. We ain't got no damn food. I'm ordering food. I'm filling out. And I sent Trumel pictures. He can tell you. I sent him pictures of the freezer. I've sent him pictures of the cabinets. I sent him pictures of the refrigerator. I said, did I go overboard? He was like, no. I said, well, babe, this is all we got left. I said, and we got to make it work to the end of the month. And this person just sent a cash app that, honest to God, literally, with the exception of maybe a few dollars, replaced every dime I paid today for food.
That's good. Praise God.
And I'm just like, that's why when I saw it come through, I was gagging. I was like, am I seeing things? Am I? Because you remember that one time we thought we got a cash app, but it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, am I seeing things? And I was like, what, are you kidding me right now? Because I did it under the intent of, struggling till the end of the month, and it is what it is. I didn't care. I'm like, I got my washing machine today. I had what I needed to wash my clothes. I had what I needed to do to eat for the end until, And child, let me tell you something. God is good. God, and I told Tramel, I said, we have gone through so much moving to Georgia. I said, but there's a difference. When we moved to Rome, we kind of went through the same similar stuff, but it didn't feel like home. It didn't feel like we were supposed to be there. Here, it feels like we're supposed to be here. And I keep telling Tramel, I said, don't get discouraged. I said, because this is what the devil wants us to do. I said, but God is blessing us. I said, every time something happens bad, I said, God blesses us. I said, look, it took us 2 weeks to get into our apartment because it wasn't ready. And look at what happened when we got into the apartment. Your father gave us furniture. We don't have to worry about that. And now, it just, child, y'all better know God is real.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say. Is y'all better know God is real.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Right. I ram in the bush. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
better know God is real.
Mm-hmm.
And Tina Shell, I believe me, I put God first. And thank you. Thank you
Always.
again. Thank you to the
Always.
next person that sent a cash app. And you almost, let me tell you something. Y'all almost replaced all the money that I spent on food today. I'm not lying. Y'all almost replaced all the money I spent on food. But I just, let me tell y'all something. One thing that I know for sure, one thing I know for sure, two things I know for certain is God always watches out for me and Tramel. We can get mad, we can get discouraged. I can, and even this time when I passed out in Walmart, I told Tramel, I said, you notice how I didn't say why me? I said, you notice how I didn't say why things always happen to me? I said, because it was what it was. I knew I was going to be okay. I knew that it happened for a reason. I knew that I passed out for a reason. And the reason I passed out was for because everything that I got fixed when I went in the hospital, it was my intent on getting fixed anyway. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm not gonna say God let something bad happen to me. I said, but he allowed it to happen to me so that I could get it done in his time, not in my time. Because if I would have did it in my time, something worse could have happened to me. And the same thing with Tramel. I told Tramel, I said, don't sit there and be mad. Don't sit there and be angry. I was like, sit there and fix every and anything that you need fixed. I said, we came to Georgia and said we didn't take care of ourselves the way that we should when we were in New Jersey. I said, we claimed we was coming to Georgia and we was going to do what we were supposed to do. I said, and now God is presenting a way for us to do what we need to do. Hey, brown girl Bella, I was like, God is presenting a way for us to do what he wants us to do in his time. I said, so sit there. And as much as you don't want to be there, as much as I didn't want to be there the week before, I got everything fixed that I needed fixed. I promise y'all, everything I told Tramel I was coming to Georgia to get fixed is now fixed because I passed out in Walmart and bumped my head. Everything Tramel needed to get fixed is getting fixed now that he's in the hospital. So when I tell y'all, sometimes I tell y'all all the time, because when it happened to me in 2016 and I hit rock bottom, that was the worst time in my life. But if it wasn't for that time, I would not be where I am today. I wouldn't. I would not be where I am today. And as much as I back in my mind go back to that time and wish I could do it all over again and take it with a grain of salt, I know I can't. And I'm not even mad at myself because I reacted the way anybody would react that was in that situation. I reacted the way anybody would react. I wish I would have had a better Christian mindset. But for me, when I pray or when I seek God, God answers me immediately. Or he'll send somebody with an answer to me immediately. So back in 2016, when it was just like he went hush, it was like I didn't know what to do. I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. You not talking to me. You just left me like I'm just left like with nothing. And I don't know if y'all ever experienced that, but it is the worst feeling in the world. And thinking about it right now make me want to cry. It is the worst feeling in this world to think that God left you high and dry when you know that He always answers your prayers, or a day or two from now, you get, the answer you need. But when you go months and days and weeks and hours and don't hear nothing, and you just feel like, what did I do? What did I do to make you leave me like this? It is the worst feeling in this world. I don't care what people may think about my lifestyle. I don't care what people may think about me being gay and married to a man. I know God loves me and He watches over me. Because if He didn't trust me and believe me, I'd be dead right now. But when He left me like that, but He had to leave me like that so that I could seek Him and I could really search for Him. Because if He didn't, I would have never learned the lesson. And I'm being honest, I would have never learned the lesson. So He had to do what He did. But I'm crying because y'all don't understand. If that has never happened to you, I pray that it never happens to you, because if you feel like God just left you and you just on your own in a world by yourself, my mother was gone, so I didn't have her. My grandmother was gone, so I didn't have her. And then to feel like God left you too, it was like I just wanted to die. Every day I would just tell Him, take my life. Like, why aren't you answering me? Why aren't you helping me? Why aren't you? What did I do? I apologize. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. I know I didn't do nothing wrong because I'm not a bad person. It is the worst feeling in the world to feel like God left you.
Yes, it is.
So for me now, for all of this, even though I've been going through a lot since 2020, I'm telling you what I went through in 2016 just prepared me for what I'm going through now. And, sometimes I get, Tramel saw me break down when they told me I had AFib. I broke down. I was like, you know what? God, I'm done. I was like, what else are you going to do to me? Like, I done had a stroke. I done almost died. I done did this. I done did that. And now you giving me
Mm-hmm.
AFib. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
done. I just was done. But everybody, I'm a strong person. I'm the strong friend. I'm the strong friend. And I had my moment to break down. Hey, Eve and Ashley, I just had my moment to break down. Thank you from Baltimore. I used to live in
Mm-hmm.
Maryland in Laurel. But I had to have my moment to break down. And Tramel got scared because he never saw me break down before. But I told him, I said, Tramel, let me break down. I said, because I'm the strong friend. I'm the friend that's always strong for everybody. I don't have breakdown moments. I don't have time to break down. I only have
Right.
time to be strong. And that time in my life, I wanted to break down. I needed to break down. I needed to have that moment where I went to my husband and I cried. And I said, babe, you gotta pick me up. You gotta hold me because I can't do this by myself no more. And he did. And he did. I and William, believe me, I know God loves me. Honestly, I'm crying tears of joy. It's not tears of sadness. My tears are not tears of sadness at all. They're tears of joy because, like I said, it is a hurtful feeling when you feel like God left you. But then when He comes back, honey, when He comes back in full force and things just start working and going, and you be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I know you didn't leave me, but it felt like you did. I'm so glad you. It's like welcoming an old friend back home. It is. It's like welcoming an old friend back home. I don't know who needed to hear this tonight, but I know somebody needed to hear this because this has absolutely nothing to do with what I was going to talk about tonight. And sometimes when me and Tramel go live, our lives just take a totally different life because somebody needed to hear what I'm saying, or somebody needed to go through, or is going through what I went through. for them to know that, even though you may feel like God left you, He didn't leave you. He's just putting you through something. He's not going to take you to it if He can't get you through it. And as much as it may hurt, as much as it may, you may just want to just break down and say, you know what, I'm done. Baby, don't give up. Just don't. It ain't worth giving up. I'm living proof that it ain't worth giving up. In 2016, if I would have gave up, I wouldn't be right here on YouTube right now. Y'all would not know who I am. Y'all would not know nothing about Joseph McRae or what my name was before I got married. Because as far as in my mind, I wanted to end it all. And I just didn't want to be here no more because I just felt like there was no reason to live. And Tramel came in my life right after that and changed my whole life. And I tell him all the time, if I didn't go through what I went through, I promise you we wouldn't be married right now. I promise you. God had to humble me in such a way that He had to leave me. He had to leave me to humble me because I'm not gonna say I was that bad of a person, but He know what He needs to do for some people. Some people He could just teach them a little lesson and they go on and they humble but then there's others of us that got to be taught a real big lesson, honey, because our egos is real big and we think, we think we above the law. And God got to show us, baby, you ain't above the law. You ain't above the law. You ain't above the law like you think you above the law. So let me show you you ain't above it,
It's
and then
kind of
let me
like that
bring you through
song.
it.
It's kind of like that song that Tamala sing called, what she called it, "Change Me, Oh God,
Right.
Change Me." You know,
Like I would
and
listen to that song, and Tramel, whenever that song, because Tracy always like listening to Music Choice on the Comcast, and she would listen to the gospel song. Whenever that came on, when I tell you I boo-hooed like a baby.
mm,
Child, I boo-hooed like a baby. And I was like, change me, Jesus, change me. I be trying to
mm,
sing with her, but I be so torn up. I couldn't even sing the song with her because I'll be so torn up. And I'm like, I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I don't know when, but I know it's coming. And it just,
mm-hmm.
it's a lot. But y'all, I'm telling you, somebody needed to hear
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm talking about tonight.
yeah, that's kind of like that song that Tamala, that other song that Tamala sang. And she did this play. That she did with Tyler Perry. I can do a band on my by myself.
Hey,
She sings this
Tashana.
song, and the words to the song are "Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. No matter what comes your way, praise His name, glory to you. I will always praise Your name." In the beginning of the song, it's like, in all my pain and all in my distress, brokenheartedness, but I tried my best. I've
Right,
been battered and tossed by lies raging sea, but I still know my Savior, truly loves me. So um, that was something that, and that still is something that inspires me, especially when I get to a space where I want to give up, or I get to a space where I can't take no more, and I just want to Joseph, and you
right,
seen me just bust out crying, like,
right.
why, Lord, why, Lord? It's so many things in this world to be inspired by, and be grateful for. Um, y'all gonna get me to crying now, talking about, just thinking about, you know, me just me still being here, walking and talking and breathing, and in my right mind, because I ain't supposed to be here according to the devil, you
Well,
know. Um,
healthy bougie. We are going to try to do it on the same day right now because the
what's that?
hospital gave him his second dialysis dose on a Tuesday. Because remember, mine was Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But when I told them that it was too taxing on my body because for the last 7 years I was so used to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They changed me to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we just waiting to see what they're gonna tell Tramel his days are. So hopefully we're gonna try to do it that way because
Yeah.
there's actually gonna be no ways for us to go to doctor's appointments and stuff like that if we do it different days because mine is in the afternoon from 10:30 to 2:30. His is gonna probably be the same time, but on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And we're gonna not have time to go to the doctor, so it's just not gonna be feasible for us not to go on the same day and the same time. So, or at least one of us has a daytime shift the first thing in the morning so that that day the other one can get to the doctor when we need to get to the doctor because it's just not going to be feasible for us to be going to
Yeah.
dialysis for the
And
whole
see,
week. Hey, Brenda.
but see, God works in mysterious ways too. Because even with that being said, my insurance allows me to to they accommodate me by picking me up and taking me to my doctor's appointments if I need that. Um, so I mean, at the end of the day, I think everything is going to work itself out. It's just a process that we just have to go through. We have to weather through it, and we just have to strategize and things like that, and write things down and stuff like that. So I think things will work itself out. You know, I think things are really going to
And
work
even
itself out.
Ashley, you're
Um,
absolutely correct with what you said. Everything you said is absolutely correct.
what's that? Be strong.
I highlighted it.
For us to be strong, yeah, you got to be strong.
When you
It
ask
takes
why not.
strength.
And
It does.
you know what I learned from my mom? My mom had breast cancer. You know what my
Takes a
mom told me?
lot of
She
strength.
said,
It does.
I never asked God why me. And I said, really? She said, yeah, why not me? She said, if we
It
all
takes a
God's
lot of
children, what make me
strength.
different than anybody else?
It takes a lot of strength. It takes
Baby breaking up. If you talking, they can't hear you. Joseph, sometimes I feel the same way. And alone, my mind is strong, but my body is weak. But just pray about it and go on. You will hear and trust me, I do. I want to be I want to be I am normal. So let me start by saying that. I am normal. And I have to realize, babe, you might need to come out and come back in because we can't hear you if you're talking. I am normal. And I have to realize that this is my new normal. But I want to be like my old self. I just want to be able to get up and go and do the things that I did. And Tramel tells me all the time, babe, you can't do that no more. This is your new
right.
normal.
I mean, I never asked God why me either. I say why Lord, but no, I never asked God why me. No.
Right. So I just sit back and like you said, I deal with what I have to deal with. I don't let anything get me down. Like I said, when I found out about the AFib, I broke down because that was just a lot. I had just got out of the hospital with a
There's too many
broken knee,
children in
and
palsy
it was
and
just a
blindness.
lot.
One leg, one. How dear me? Ask God that. That's
Right,
how I look
and
at
it
it.
was just a lot, and it was like I I
Can
couldn't
say to
take it
God,
no
just
more. It was like I just broke
but
down, and I was like, I normally don't break.
considering our lives at that time, yeah, well, I mean, our lives were tumultuous
And
at
I
that time,
just
Joseph. It was very tumultuous.
and it was we were living someplace we really didn't want to live. We was miserable. It was cold all the time. The sun was never out. It was a lot. It was a lot going on. So it was it just was what it was at the time. And now, like, for this for me feels like home. And I keep telling Tramel, don't let none of this bother you. I said the devil is trying to play games on us and trick us into thinking. I said, but God got something real good for us. I said it's coming. I said,
Oh, I
trust
don't
me,
let it
Tramel, it's
bother me.
coming. Right. I said,
I've
Tramel,
not
it's
allowed
coming.
any of it to bother me. I've not allowed any of it to bother me. I've just understood that it's been a lot. It's a lot. It's been a lot.
Right.
And that's the only way I can describe what has happened to us in the past month that we've
Month.
been here is that yes, it has been a lot. And anybody in our shoes, regardless whether they would, yes, may I please have some blankets? People even people that aren't disabled, even people that are just living down
Wait,
here
babe,
and have
wait. I
gone
gotta
through, if they
highlight
would have
this
gone
comment
through
so you can read
all
it.
these things that we've gone through in the past month, emotionally, mentally, at the same time, there's been a lot of blessings. There's been a lot of blessings.
Babe, you see that comment?
I don't know. You know what? I don't know if the pot room. Listen, yes, I've seen it. I don't know. Listen, child, I was so glad to get out of the dialysis room where I was getting my dialysis done because it's so cold. Child, my little pot rooms might freeze off. It'd be
Haha.
so cold in it. It's so cold in that room, Joseph. When you get your
Thank you,
dialysis
Even
done, it's so
Ashley.
cold. That's one thing that I'm really going to have to. I don't know how I'm going to weather through that. I don't know. I
Oh,
told
it's
Joseph I was saying
cold.
I got to get. I'm going to have to get the proper stuff to wear.
But when
Thank you
you
so
get there,
much.
they're gonna give you a blanket. They're gonna give you this little green blanket when you get there. They're gonna give you um thank you,
Yeah, thank
Tina
you.
Shell. Thank you. Good night
Yeah,
and thank you for coming. And if you wanted my bush babies, thank you for coming out the bushes and talking tonight. And Trisha said, what pot roast? Trisha said, what pot roast?
huh?
They coming for the pot
Trisha.
roast tonight.
Oh, y'all don't count the pot roast out yet. Don't count the pot roast out yet. Don't count the pot roast out yet.
Cause the pot roast was looking
Hmm.
good when it was swole from all the
Ask
water
Joseph what the
retention.
pot roast was like on things. It was
The
serving
pot
it.
roast was looking
It was
good when
serving
it
on
was swole
Thanksgiving,
on water
wasn't it?
retention.
It was like like cacao. So don't count the pot roast out. Y'all can talk about the pot roast all y'all want,
You said you going back
but
to your bush,
trust me.
Tina Shell. All right, you can go back to your bush, but thank you for coming out of the bushes. I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
And you know what? I haven't shouted out the bush babies tonight. Shout out to our bush babies. Y'all know
Oh,
we
you
love
oh,
y'all, even though y'all be in the bushes and don't say nothing much.
ain't nothing wrong. Yes, they talk. They talk. When the Bush babies got something to say, they step up and they say something, and then they go back in the bushes and they go on mine. They got their business.
But ain't nothing wrong with that.
What's wrong with that?
Hey, Betty,
I ain't mad at you, player.
stick it out. You see what Monte put? Stick it out, poke it out.
Mm-hmm. Stick it out, poke it out, stick it out, poke it out. Yeah.
Yes, but y'all, thank y'all for
Mm-hmm.
joining us tonight. We trying to hold it down, even though we in two separate places. I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
label it pillow talk tonight. I
Yes,
just labeled it live with the
we are
king.
working. We are truly working on a skeleton crew these days because I'm in the hospital and Joseph is at home by himself. And, We trying to accommodate y'all. We didn't want to just completely disappear and not give you a show at all because you mean so much to us. So that is the reason why we're still present.
And you done
And
met
then
three
there's
people in the hospital that watch us.
yeah,
Oh, four
four
now.
people. I done met four people in the hospital. Three nurses that say that they watch us. When they go on their lunch break. One nurse, she says she watches us. On the weekends when she's off. And then one nurse, he was like, he was the guy that brought me down to dialysis today. He said, "Excuse me." He said, "Your face looks familiar." And I said, "Really?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Your face looks very familiar." He said, um, "Are we Facebook friends?" And I said, "I don't know. We may be, because you know me, Joseph."
Right.
Um, and he was like, I said, "We may be Facebook friends." He said, "What's your husband's name?" And I said, "My husband's name is Joseph." And he was like, "Oh, me and your husband, we friends. We good friends on Facebook. We chat all the time."
He actually sent
And
me
I
a
was
message while we was live and said, "I met your boo boo today."
Yeah, he was. I was like, really? He said, yeah. He said, I chat with your husband all the time. He said, I told your husband that I worked in the hospital and I worked in the dialysis, and we talk all the time. I said, okay, and we got to talking and stuff like that. And I told him, I said, well, we have a YouTube channel, and he told me what his name was, and I got his name, and I added him as a friend on my Facebook, so we became friends tonight. But that happens all
He's
the
a
time.
really let me tell you, he's a really, really, really nice guy. He really is.
Is
He's a
he?
really nice guy. He really is. He
Very
really
handsome
is.
too.
And his birthday
Very,
is the day before mine.
yeah, he's a very handsome guy. Very handsome guy.
Because you will
Um,
find a way to attract the Aries to you, child.
yeah, he's a very handsome guy. Very handsome, very nice, very cordial, very respectful and everything. He said good night to me and everything. And I told him to check us out on our YouTube channel and stuff like that. He said he would. So we may get a new subscriber out of him tonight.
Yep. And
Yeah.
anyway, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button. And it ain't nothing but to join if you want to become a lord or lady or a knight at our round table.
Hmm.
Oh, healthy
Yeah.
bougie, yeah, he's very handsome. He is
Yeah,
very
he's
he's a
very,
very handsome guy.
yeah, very handsome guy. Very, very handsome guy. Um,
Yeah, but y'all, I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta get up in the morning to be the dialysis at 10:45.
yes, and
So
I have to do something to this leg that's bothering me.
I
So
have
you guys,
to go to bed. Well, at
yes,
least get myself together to go to bed because I'll probably lay here and won't fall asleep for about an hour or two. But
yes. So
anyway,
you
y'all follow
make
us
sure
on
you,
all social media platforms. You know what they are: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, all those good places like that. Check out the McRae boutique. The link is in the description box. And if nobody told you that they love you today, know that Tremel and I love you no matter what, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Because
yeah.
we love you. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming to our channel and watching us. We always appreciate that. And we want y'all to have a good night. And you don't have to watch us at night, but you guys do, and we appreciate it. Always remember to walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. All those great and wonderful things. And you know how we end every show. And if you don't, you should know by now. It's what?
Always remember, it's Team McRae.
All damn day. Love you
Talk to
guys.
you guys soon. Bye
See you tomorrow
bye.
night. Bye
Good
bye.
night.